All right, it's time to get back into working on the bathroom, getting the tile up. Honestly, I have been avoiding this, kind of putting it off, but I need to get back into it. First thing I need to do is get the dried mastic, the raised bumps knocked down, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use an orbital sander. It's just 120 grit and slow speed, and just see if I can just smooth it out a bit. And then there's some touch-up work I need to do. I need to do waterproofing along here, and then there's some areas that when I was scraping the tile off, it was peeling. So I need to waterproof those items as well. So let's give it a try. All right, here's an area that needs to be knocked down. I guess I'll try to do it that way. I want to just see how it goes with the orbital sander with the filter on it. So I'm just going to put it on speed 1. Well, I was not expecting that. There must be a stink bug in here somewhere. Oh, this smells horrible. It smells exactly like a stink bug. Gross. All right, I've switched to a more rough grit, 80 grit. Okay, that will work. And other than the disgusting stink bug smell, we'll move on to the next step after I get this completed. All right, I was able to get all of the high points of the mastic off the wall by sanding it down, and then I followed that up with washing the walls with a sponge and some clean water to get all that dust off of the wall. I'm really glad I did that because there was quite a bit. This used to be just nice, clear, clean water. So I have to let the stuff air dry, be perfectly dry, not damp at all, before I can apply a couple more coats of the waterproofing in the areas where there's some damage. So meanwhile, I'm going to do some cleaning up and prepping this for putting up the tile again with the cement.
Since we've been in the process of remodeling our home and we didn't have an existing bed frame or bedroom set, we really did our research and found that FlexiSpot was going to be the best option for us. The reason we decided to go with the Japanese joinery bed is because of its simple design that would go into any room aesthetic.
Not only is it beautiful and fits the style that we're looking for, but it was really easy to assemble. It's been 3 years of renovating this house, and so it was important to me that we had some furniture that wasn't going to take so long to install. To assemble. Once we laid down on the bed, we fell in love with it right away, and we knew that there was no going back into the RV.
Two of the features that I really like is the fact that the legs on the bed are recessed, which means you can push it all the way up against the wall, and there is room to store things underneath your bed. I travel a lot for work, so it's really nice to have my suitcase and my go bag ready to go, and I just pull it out and can pack and head out the door. It
was really important to both of us that we had a quiet and stiff bed that not only looked good and performed well, but was cost effective. And the Japanese joinery bed by FlexiSpot hit all of those points. The way that it's joined together with tight fitting joints that are under compression and tension, it keeps this thing solid and quiet which is great for when Kinsley jumps on the bed or one of us is already asleep and the other comes into bed for the night. The fact that it is cheaper than competitors, it was actually a really good price point that was easy on the budget, but also looked really good no matter what room you placed it into. So if you're looking for an absolutely beautiful hardwood bed frame, use the link below to visit FlexiSpot and check out their Japanese joinery bed frame.
They will ship within 1 to 2 days and be delivered within 3 to 5 days. So check out the link
in the description below. All right, so it's basically just a liquid rubber. This is where the tile is going to end, right there. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a thin coat for now, but it'll be multiple thin coats that'll make up a nice, good, solid coverage. Get these areas too where some of the previous waterproofing had come off, and then some of the backing of some of the paper of the drywall came off. So I'll do multiple coats like that. Let's do one more here. But here the paper came off completely, so we'll just do a nice, even condition coat. Okay, I'm gonna do all the touch-up. It'll probably take an hour or so to dry, and come back and do another coat. Do that 2 or 3, probably actually 3 or 4 times. Get a really good coverage. And then I will be ready to start tile work. That'll be tomorrow morning. Everything's prepared. I got my mortar mix all mixed up. I have my tiles ready to lay down. Got my bucket of clean water with the sponge. Got a new trowel. I got my laser line going around. So here we go. Wish me luck. I got this. First row is in. So this was my first time mixing mortar. I think I did an okay job mixing the mortar. It stayed wet most of the time. I learned a trick by watching some YouTube videos that when it kind of dries out a little bit, just mix it don't add water and stuff, just mix it again with your mixer and it kind of fluffs it back up. And I did that once, worked out pretty well. You may have seen in the time lapse, the short time lapse, that really represented about 3 hours of work. I'm not getting any faster at this. I started putting the tile up and I realized that I was off. I didn't put the centerpieces in the center. I had them off by one tile, so I had to start over. Anyway, I got them all up. They are on a nice, perfect laser line level, so I feel good about that. But man, I am just getting very frustrated. Really, really frustrated with this tile work, and I think I know why. It's because, as you guys know, I tend to want things to be perfect, and it makes me very anxious, and stressed out trying to get that tile perfect. So it's a process and a project that I really don't like, and I'm actually considering just quitting and hiring this out. I probably won't, because I'm a little more bullheaded than I am perfectionist, and I probably won't hire this out, and I'll probably finish it myself. But I am seriously considering right now hiring this out, and I know I've said that multiple times, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another batch tomorrow and see how many rows I can get up, see if it gets a little bit easier, see if I get better at mixing the mortar, and we'll see how it goes from that point forward. I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to quit. I'll come back and work on this tomorrow, and I'm going to go do something that I think will alleviate some of my stress. Okay, that is much better. That helps my stress level a little bit. All right, I am feeling a little bit more optimistic this morning after a good night's rest, decent night's rest. Have a little strategy I'm going to try. So I have my laser level all set up to where the laser level will be split between the top of the tile and just hitting on the spacer. The row I put in yesterday is nice and level, so I should just be able to stack those into place and not have to worry too much about level. Obviously, make adjustments as necessary, but it shouldn't be as big as a challenge today. And then I have a good, nice, fresh batch of the mortar, which I feel good about. So I think I'm ready to just start going. So let's do it. All right, so I'm doing a mixture of 3 to 1. So I have 60 ounces of the mortar, and I'll have 20 ounces of water. It's very dusty. And mix it for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's peanut butter consistency. Yep, that's about right. All right, I'll let that sit for about, well, for 5 minutes, and then I have to mix it for another minute. and then I'm ready to use it. So it's gonna be a couple day project, just like it was with the mastic. It's a little bit more involved since I have to mix the mortar. I think this time the mortar will dry, the tiles will be permanent, and I should be done with it in a couple days. So here we go. It's Sunday morning and I need to edit the video and post it for you guys. I was really hoping to be done with the tile by now, but unfortunately I'm not. So got basically 2.5 more rows to go. I'm almost there, but it is getting a lot easier and I'm getting I have a good system down. I'm getting some good mortar mix. It's getting a lot easier. It's actually becoming a little bit enjoyable because, like I said, the perfectionism that was causing the stress at first is actually getting rewarded now as I do this and things get easier. So a couple more days worth of work, probably actually 1 more day's worth of work to finish the tile, let it dry, and then I'll apply the grout. So by the next time, on the next video, the tile will be done. And we'll finish up this bathroom by putting in the shower door and then the rest of the trim and towel racks, and this bathroom will be done. So thanks for hanging in there with me and struggling through the process just like I have been. 1 month and counting on this bathroom tile project, having to put it up 3 times basically, or put it up once, take it down, put it up again. It's been a thing, but we're almost done and it's looking good. It's gonna look great when it's all done. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for being there for me, and I'll see you next week and we'll get this bathroom finished.